Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. It is Monday. Happy Monday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning's going great. I got the flamingo cup of coffee. We are still in summer mode, but it's starting to make a little bit, just a slight turn for fall. And I'm like, I can feel it. So I have my hair down. I had it down yesterday and it wasn't sweaty. I'll probably be pulling up today. I got a ponytail for later when I'm making food, but it's getting there. I'm even going to do decorating this week. I'm like, I think I can pull up the fall decoration. So it's a good thing. It's not, I don't mind sweaty eyeballs. That's a fun thing. But you do enjoy that little bit of a break. I know in the mountains and even up in Michigan's it's definitely had a drastic, but it's just that beautiful time of year where the leaves start changing colors. It won't do that here. I know it's fall time here when the palm trees start dying. You see the bottom turning out brown. I'm like, oh, yuck. And so they don't all die, but the bottoms kind of brown out. So that's my signal that fall time is here, and my green onions get a little more dead looking. So that's my signal that, okay, fall's here. And the fact that you can go outside and not be sweaty. Beautiful. So we had a great weekend. I filmed Saturday, which you saw last week, and then Sunday it ended up raining all day. We went to church, and when we came out of church, I think that was the first time we came out of church and it was pouring rain. It was. Yeah, I think the first time. Yeah, isn't that weird? And so first time, baby. I think one other time I had to use an umbrella, but not, this was downpour rain. And so we came home and we all just grabbed all the leftovers. There's so much good leftovers. It was a good leftover weekend. I'm getting good where there's not a lot of food thrown away. I'm feeling confident in my amounts and stuff. And so we just chilled and we just relaxed and laid in bed. Laid in bed and watched videos pretty much all day. That was our day. So nothing exciting. So today I'm like, I gotta get up and start life today. So it's gonna be an amazing day. Greg is home today. We have a few things to do outside. We've got to get done, power wash, clean stuff because we've got lizards everywhere. The lizard poop, yuck. The garage, oh my goodness. I cannot believe that the garage still stinks like that rotten watermelon. There was a little tiny crack in the bottom of my trash can. So the liquid poured out and was in there, and it literally, I poured buckets of water. I didn't really wash. I poured buckets of water on the floor. It got into the floor. It's I can smell it getting in my car. I'm like, that's just gross. It hasn't even been in my garage. I'm like, I even poured bleach on it. I use I did everything. So we need to do a good power wash of that wall and that floor area and hopefully air it out a little bit. So I'm aiming for that today, but we'll see how the weather does. Right now it's looking dreary. It's looking nice and sunny earlier, so we'll just have to see. But I first want to share, I want to start out with books. If you don't want to hear anything about school books, you go ahead and scroll past. This is for the people that ask me because they're like, can you do a video of your books? And so instead of having a separate one, I'm going to do one on here. So I have 2 Bible resources. Let me share you a little backstory. Started making my own curriculum years and years ago when we moved to the mountains. I had a lot more time when we moved there. It's amazing when you move to a new land and you have more time because you're at home more. So I started doing curriculum, and I did worksheets basically where you would do a full year school and just do it at home. Your kids would pass the test. There wasn't anything extra. There wasn't a ton of instruction. It was just more, here's the things. If you don't know it, go look it up and then teach your kids. And so, but it gave you a full year of math and English. There was spelling in there and there's writing, all those kinds of things. So I even did it left hand because I had a left-hander, because it was one thing I never thought about, when you're writing, copying spelling words. Right hand books are hard when you're left-handed. And I'm like, oh. So I remember Jaden was like, let me create something for you. So I did. So I was excited. So I've been using that. I have all on my blog for free. You can print it off, you can download and use it. And then I also sell the books on Amazon, and for the reason being because printer ink is more expensive. So I did that for years, and I have not gone back and done that in a long time. I started vlogging, and vlogging took a lot of my days up and a lot of my time, which is great, fine, love doing it. And so now my kids are all getting high school age, and so I have time. And so I've been thinking over the years the things that were something that stuck out to me that I like to do, but just never completely happy with it. And so that is where I started doing more curriculum this year. So all these things have been ideas, all these things have been in my head, all these things we've been using for years, and so finally putting them together. So one of the resources, we have this Bible, Godly Character Through Creation. What we did is we had these thick books. These are all based on things of ideas that I have enjoyed using over the years. And so worksheets were great for a season. Now I get to more okay, let's do some more fun things that are relate, we can actually use, you know what I mean, in life. So we used to have these books. They're this big. They're nature study books. They were a 3 set. They were this thick. I'm pretty sure I gave them to Lauren. And they were great. They were meant for more older kids. It was a lot of in-depth reading, and what they would do is they would take an animal in nature, and then they would like give you a whole bunch of information on it, and then they would have a Bible story about a person or event in the Bible that kind of correlated with it. It was all about character character training, character studies. And I'm like, that is really cool. So we would go through and we kind of picked out different ones that we would do, because there was hundreds. And then I would print off pages online, like of a beaver. And then the kids would color a beaver, and I'd read the pages of the beaver, and we'd read the story of the Bible. And so great, but it was very like more older. So my younger ones, it was kind of like they would get lost. I'd have to kind of think of other things to do. So that's where this book has come in handy. So I do have a couple pages. If you go to my blog, I'm gonna put everything below. This will give you, you can actually get all of this for free. You can download and print them off, or you can buy the book to support what I do. So there's no you have to pay for it. If you can't afford it, just go download it for free. So I have the character lessons. Just go to my blog, and the page, it will show you everything there. So you go through and you teach. This goes through 12 months of the year. And what it does is it starts out with a character truth each month. So the first one starts off with responsibility. And then it goes through, you have a definition for a children, definition for a parent, what it looks like, what it does not look like. Then you take a memory verse for the month. And then I write down suggested printables. There is a couple things and I actually included them on each page because I didn't want you to have to buy anything if you didn't want to, or get it for free. So I had what the word was, and then on the back is blank, so you can actually just rip this page out and use it if you really want to. And it's got your memory verse right here as well. And so, and then it goes through the first week, and it gives you, the first one is the busy beaver and the garden. So it talks about the beaver, gives a little bit of study in the beaver, discussion questions, 5 fun facts about beavers that teach us responsibility, and then it does a Bible story connection, and it's Adam tending the garden. So then I go through that and I give you questions, and then I say read the scripture together. So if you have older ones, they can get their Bibles out and read it, or if you don't want to, you can just read it yourself. It's beautiful. And then it has suggestions, because if you have multiple kids, multiple ages, that's what I always felt, is that it's hard to find stuff for little ones and older ones. So I included journal prompts, so your older ones can do it. Different suggestions of activities for age group, like elementary, middle, and high school. So that way, each group can go through and do a different study on it. And so it goes through, it does that for the whole month. Same thing with week 2, goes all the way through. So you've got a ton in here. So this is a character study. This is great. So I'm excited for this one. And then this we've done years ago. This is just a version for everybody, which is good. We always had the older one, and I tried to adapt it to the younger one, and it just was my own notes and everything. So now put it all together so everybody gets to use it. And then this one, we're doing this one from Genesis to Revelation. This is based off of, I really like the videos from the Bible Project. Anybody else see those? If you go on, can I stick a clip on here? I don't know if you can for copyright, but the Bible Project is a free online Bible, and I remember Jensen and I had found it one time, and basically it goes through and does the drawings, and it explains what each Bible chapter is about. It's good for, we can watch videos on it. I'm being honest here, right? Little kids, yeah, the little kid ones are good for little kids, right, to pay attention, but they only give you so much. They don't want to make it too scary. And then older ones, it can be so boring, and it can be so long and dragged out, and you lose them. So I like the Bible Project videos because they move real quick, and it's not a very long video. You can watch a 10-minute video clip, and it explains the entire book of the Bible in that time, and they make it in a good, fun way. So all that said, that is what we are doing for our home this year. And so what I had done is I went through each of the videos, and then this is meant you could do it. It depends on how you want to do it. So I have day 1, you do a group study. So I have teacher's instructions, what you read out loud. This, you can just get these books, teachers, and that's all you need. But if you want to get a little bit more, I think one mama told me she went on and she printed off pages of different animals and different things. And she goes, and that her kids were coloring when she did it. I'm like, that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you want to learn about beavers, do a little video extra, and then you get a little bit more information, but it's all included. So you don't have to go searching everywhere for that, because nobody likes that. Okay, so then this one, you do a group study. You do teacher introduction. She reads the things. And then there's video instruction. It says watch the video through. Watch it again, pausing at these moments. And I have the different timestamps to stop at. And then there's guided discussion questions. And there's also the answers for the teachers. And then I wrote key verses for each one. Now I did it in the NLT because that's what my kids like reading, the New Living Translation. I did the Amplified because that's what I like reading. And I did King James Version because I know a lot of people do that one. And then I went through, picked out the key verses, and then I put working with key verses. Here are a few ways you can engage with the key verses this week. You can look it up, you can copy it neatly, you can memorize it, you can illustrate it, you can paraphrase it, you can pray about it, different things. And then also did little fun facts and a little bit of Bible trivia. So then each section you kind of go back and do a little Bible trivia. That's something my kids always loved doing. We had friends over one time and they did Bible trivia, and my kids loved it. And so when we have done different studies, I did an Old Testament one on my blog, and I always had Bible trivia questions, different times, and they love that. So, and then, okay, so you do that for your first day, and then second day comes along, and then you just tell them the work they're to do. So there is independent work. So you tell them what you read, obviously what you read, then you give story suggestions. You do different things like the Torah. Then they can read about, the law, Noah's Ark, 10 Commandments, or they can read about the prophets, and I give examples of prophets and different writings. And this is all in the book of Genesis, which is good. And then you give an assignment outline if you'd like. And then there's the creation story. You tell a little bit more examples of how they would write that out. So you can do a little bit or you can do a lot. So I'm excited for this. So each video, like Genesis is 2 videos. Or that's Genesis, that tells you about the overview of the Old Testament. Then it goes into Genesis. Genesis is 2 videos. So you watch your 2 videos, you go through, and then it's going to take my kids through the entire Bible and explain kind of what each book is about, because that's important. I'm like, we can go through and study this, we can do that, but I'm like, it'll be very cool for them to go, oh, that's what the book of Nehemiah is about. Oh, the book of Habakkuk, that's what that is about. So I'm excited for this for us. So I feel like this could be good for adults as well. Like, I'm excited to continue to do it. Like, I've gone through it, like my brain is like quick and went through them and got everything, and I'm like, this is going to be very good to continue to do because we've gone through it before. This is just condensing it and putting it with a resource that's on the internet to make it awesome. So I'm excited. So these are my 2 Bible ones right here. I'm gonna have these linked below. These ones have you can download them for free on my blog, or you can buy the books to support what I do. Okay, we're gonna keep going because I got a few more. I also included, we used to love teaching reading to your kids. People always say, how do you teach reading to your kids? And so I only had a few resources that I did with my kindergarten printable thing. And then I'd always send them to like another website. It was like starfall.com. Starfall.com used to give you free resources. You used to be able to order their workbooks and then they'd send them to you, and they were awesome. Okay, so then I'd always say, okay, well then go get Bob books, and then go to your library and try to find like beginner readers. I know when I went to my library to try to find beginner readers, they were like very advanced on certain words, and I'm like, what? I just need simple things. And so I loved the books like, what do we always get? The McGuffey readers. Those were my favorite, okay? But I found like you could do the primer one and the first one. They were good, and then like you would only get maybe, it was great because it was very simple and very easy. And then it was like all of a sudden, boom, it like expected your kids to read sentences so fast without even explaining a whole lot more. And I'm like, what? So I was always frustrated because it's like what, you skipped a whole bunch in there. So I have a whole series, and again, you can go get these for free on my blog. You can go download every single one of these books. I don't want you to ever feel like you can't do school just because you don't have any money. So right here, all free. But if you want to support what I do and you want a physical copy, you can order from me. That's awesome. So this is Learn to Read at Any Age. Now, a lot of books are meant towards little kids because that's usually the ones you teach to read. But let's say you've unschooled and your kid is 5th grade and doesn't really know how to read. They might not want to read little kid stories. Or let's say you're older and you really have not learned to read, or you've adopted a child from another country and they have not learned to read. All right, so it's always kind of hard. You feel bad sending in baby books. This is going to be made for everybody. So what I did, this is very simple. This would be lesson 1. Okay, this is the first book. So it goes through, it teaches them sounds. So we're doing letter M and letter A. It has their new sounds, blending practice, reading practice, just with M-A-M-A. Then I have writing if you'd like. Here's the paper and book they can write on right here. Every day we introduce a new sound. It goes through, and by the end of this book, they're reading a little bit more but every day it adds to it. So there's no skipping. There's no like, Oh, wait, they didn't even teach you that right here. So this is the first book. I think it's, is it 50 lessons? I'm pretty sure 60 lessons. 60 lessons there. Then I've got book 2. So after book 2, fluent reading for real life. So this goes through and it has more review of different letters like long A, that kind of stuff. And the AI, the pattern IGH, those kind of things, goes through all of them. It just kind of goes through blends, review, and then it starts doing a little bit more where they can read, but again, in succession over and over. Book 3, confident reading and real life comprehension. So this one you start, because since they've been doing the first 2 books, they can read this one. They read a short story. There's some vocabulary words right here, and then comprehension and practice right here. And then ask them, what are they reading? Because sometimes you teach reading and then they never know what they're actually saying. So over here is the answer key, just like in my other books. You put a sticky note on it. This one you have to do a little bit more. So they don't know the answers. And then parents, they can write their answers to all their questions right here. So these I have, so I'm excited for this because it goes through and does tons of short stories, simple ones, simple, not baby ones, not like the purple elephant, not, you know, it's, because if you have an older kid reading, that's like, oh, I'm not a kid anymore. And then read it again, confidence through repetition. So again, we go through, this is ones where they just get a little bit more advanced and they have questions. So by the time they're done reading through these 4 books, your child will read. People say, what reading program? And they'll spend hundreds on reading program. And there's great ones out there. Frustration with parents. Trust me, done them all, or done a lot of them. And then I remember getting to learn to read book. It was like 100 easy lessons, but they always had the letters and they would make them weird. And they'd like, and they're like, well, that's for your child to learn to blend them together. And it was like, yeah, but we don't write like that. We don't see books like that. And so I never liked any of those, but I liked the McGuffey, but they just skipped over. I'm like, just basic teaching. Like, what's wrong with this basic teaching? So that is where these are at. So these are all on my blog as well. You can go download the books for free and have them on your phone or your iPad or whatever. Or if you want to support what I do, print them off. Here they are. I sell them that way. So those are the reading books. And then I have shared these before. These are the real learning books. These are based, I've talked a lot about, we do nothing wrong with worksheets. I have a lot of worksheets, a lot of structured school that way. But again, over the years, I went, okay, you got it. When sometimes you want to get out of that government school, public school mentality. You want to go, okay, but does that help my child? Can my child learn how to do their taxes when they graduate? Do they know how to cook a meal? Do they know how to balance a budget? Do they know basic life skills? It's like most high school kids do not. And so these books were written based on a book I read a long time ago, and it was Ruth Beechek, a long time ago. 3 tiny books, and I remember reading them. 3 books or 4 books? I think it was 3 tiny books. Yes, and it went through and it taught you basically how to teach the basics, and it's like basics, like the old-fashioned one-room schoolhouse times. And her books, it wrote everything out, and I'm like, that's pretty awesome. I'm like, but let's write everything out and give worksheets and give a little bit more so it's not as much work on the parent. That's where these books are at. So I have real life, real learning. This is the basics your kids need to know. Stuff they need to know to function in life, not the extras, not the stuff that it's not going to matter. I've learned that if you get into a job and you learn something extra, they teach you. That's a beautiful thing. And so this just gets your head wrapped around the thought of like, oh, what is unschooling? And then how do you do? So I've got it kindergarten through 3rd, 4th through 8th grade. It's like the middle grades of it. And then I go through like high school, or say 8th through 12, even though it's 8th in the other one. Just depends on when you do high school. But this will go through, and it'll also give you how to do transcripts, because how do you do transcripts when you just teach your kids real life? When they're cooking in the kitchen, how can you put that towards giving them a transcript and what do you call that? What do you call it when they're volunteering at church? What do you do that? How do you do that to relate it so that they can, if they want to go to college, or if you want to just give them a transcript? And so that is where these are. So I have these for sale also on my blog. And then the high school one, I also offer Math and Grammar for Real Life. These are very basic books. And so what this is, if you never did any other course with your child because you believe in unschooling, you just kind of taught them, to speak properly, write properly without worrying about diagramming a sentence and knowing what a gerund is and everything else, like they're still going to function just well. So this just give them one course and they'll know everything they have to know. I remember I was a big advocate back in the day of remedial school, because we tried to do all my kids at once. And then I realized, wow, if you just didn't do anything, and like in 5th grade, you just did one big review of everything, your kids will learn everything, because that's all those previous years are. Same thing with middle school. And then high school, it's more specific classes. I'm like, if you literally just did one class of English, you could do it all and get a review and just learn it all in 5th grade. Same thing with math, same thing with middle school. And so that is where these come in handy. And so this is not an in-depth book. It gives you sample questions. It goes through what is a pronoun. Very simple. Then you put a little sticky note on the bottom. It's nothing huge. It's right here. But it goes through everything. The reason why I gave the books is because when you buy these books, you get access to 500 downloadable pages. That's a lot of pages. You can go download all of them. But you can, I also include this in there as well. But most people, this is a lot to print off. There's like 300 pages. I don't even know how many pages this is. I don't even have the page numbers on here, but there's a lot of pages in here. So this would cost you a lot to print off, as well as this. So here, it's a book, you can write in it. So I also offer these for sale with that because it's just a complete package. It's still way cheaper than a curriculum. It's still way cheaper than going on and printing off thousands of pages. I know, because I've done that. So I wanted to share all that in this video because someone's asking. I'm like, let me share these things. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this stuff because it's tools to put in people's hands and parents' hands to really help them and to go, you know what? Oh, you can't afford. I talked a lot about unschooling, but never was able to put it into a written form. So that's where these books have come in handy. I love doing the McGuffey books, but again, I feel like they're just outdated and they skip a lot of stuff. So here, books to teach your kids to read. And if you bought all these, it's still cheaper than buying Bob books or having to go to the library every week. You got everything right in here. If you just read through these 10 minutes a day, I guarantee if you work consistently 10 minutes a day, your child will learn to read. It's consistency. Everybody always asks me, they're like, what do you do? Do you get the best curriculum? I'm like, no, if you just work with your child consistently every day, 10 minutes, they would learn to read, and they really, really will, but you have to be consistent. Consistency is the key. So those, and then I'm excited for the Bible ones. So these are good Bible resources, like character studies. That's just fun, teaching your kids like what responsibility is, what it means to, have gratitude, all those good things in there. And then this one I'm excited for us as well is the Bible, because we're going to be studying the whole books of the Bible. All right, so all these books, I'm going to have them linked below. You just go click it. It'll take you to my blog. There's all the books. You can go, it'll take you to purchase them, and you just kind of click the little arrow. You can choose which ones you want. I have the homeschooling books separate from my homemaking books. If you purchase from both, it charges you double shipping. I will refund you your shipping for the one for sure. I have that as a note in there. I just could not put them all together in one single listing. I don't know why, it just didn't work. So that's what I'll do. So I have all that on there. So all right, are you ready for an amazing day? Let's get cleaning. Let's get food made. Let's have a great Monday. So you ready? All right, let's go. Okay, on to the kitchen. The kitchen is a mess because we didn't do anything this weekend. We did stuff, but we enjoyed ourselves. And so this is what it looks like right this second. You want to see this in real life? Dishes. We even pulled out our emergency stash hugs for those were for hurricane. I bought them for the hurricane, and the kids were like, do we have any soda? Do we have any this? And I was like, you know what? I do have hugs. Let's pull those out. So we pulled the emergency stash hugs. I know hurricane season, there hasn't really been anything here this year. It'll be more towards the end of September, I think. In October, it's kind of when it's been before. I know not always, but I think that's the pattern this year, they said. So I'm not too worried. I mean, it's Kool-Aid basically. So I came out, Autumn just came down and got her breakfast, and I said to her, did you come out here last night and do the dishes? And she's like, yeah, that was me. And I'm like, that was so sweet. So she did. She put away the dishwasher and loaded the dishwasher. So we just have a little bit more. So I'm going to wash these and get them done. And then we'll have them ready for the day, because this is a couple days worth of dishes, but it's good. We enjoyed ourselves thoroughly, and no complaints. All right, getting the dishes washed. There was a little bit more in there. Some of them soaking in the sink. It was kind of caked on. So we'll let it sit for a little bit while we clean the counter, put everything away. I got out some cabbage vegetable soup. I thought I've got a little bit of bread left. I'll make grilled cheese with what I have, because I have provolone and shredded cheese. So we'll use that up. And then I can use that up. I gotta make more bread then. And these, I guess I just put them in the cupboard. And then if I want a hurricane stash, I'll buy another one, but we'll see. I'll put these away. I'm not too worried about doing like an in-depth scrubbing today because I feel like I'm gonna start cooking in here in a minute. And I know we're gonna get outside and be outside today doing fun stuff. So trying to get through the kitchen just quick. If you do it every week, it's not that bad. So yeah, there'll be a few more crumbs, but it's okay because you know what, the next week we can clean it even better. Coffee pot, loving the coffee pot. It's my new favorite thing. So we've got it down to 12 cups and 5 scoops of coffee. So we were just using pumpkin spice today because this is really good. I'm just thinking, what did I fill it up for tomorrow? Gosh, it's very loud. Does that make the noise like it all the time? I'm not sure. Maybe it doesn't like being opened. I'll leave this out and then I'll add the water because it's still got a warm pot of coffee. We'll add this. Greg will have some here, and then I can add the water for tomorrow. So this is working out good for what we got. Okay, this is done. That's good. Let me get the fingerprints off. Let me at least do that. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna start on my food right now is we're gonna need some bread for tomorrow. I do have a loaf that I'm gonna cut up and just do simple grilled cheese sandwiches with, so that will mean we'll be out of it. So this, okay, last time I did 2 things each, so let me just do 1 this time. We'll see how it works. My original recipe is just 1 for 2 loaves of bread, but then I put 2 in accidentally, and I was like, ooh, it got it fluffier, but was it just because it was that day? I don't know. So this, just turn it on, let it skip for a minute. All right, we don't wait too long. It's 2 tablespoons of oil. 1, 2. And we're gonna add in about 2 teaspoons of salt. And here, let that mix and add in 4.5 cups of flour. Okay, I'm gonna let that kind of mix. One thing I'm working on using is stuff in my freezer. I think we're down to a lot of it, which is good. Mostly popsicles. What we have mostly in there is frozen fruit. I do have 1 pie crust and spinach, which I can add to stuff. There's breadcrumbs in there. What else? And mostly, yeah, frozen fruit. There's a couple of things of grapes. I have 2 more grapes. I want to eat that up before I go shopping. And then I grabbed 2 more soup. I grabbed some in my freezer. I made this last couple months ago. Have not eaten it. I enjoy it. We like it. I don't know why we don't eat it. And this I got out from Maddie. She doesn't love sausage, red beans, and rice, but she does like pesto tortellini. So I made her 3 of these, I think, and then frozen. This is the last one. So I'm gonna get that out for her. And then we'll make, let's see how this is. I think I'm gonna take these, just open them, put them in a pan here, heat them up. This will be our soup for lunch. This I'll heat up over here just for lunch. It's looking good, mixing up. Look at that. Perfect. All right, that will ferment and do its thing. It's the easiest bread dough to put together. You can, I say you can mess it up, but I can't say that because I used to make bread and I didn't like the way it turned out all the time. It tastes delicious. It's yummy. Everybody loves it. It's a very good, very resilient making bread. So that's something we enjoy having all the time now. Something we do all the time, which is good. So, okay, soup is going to be cooking over there. I'm going to cut up and do grilled cheese in just a little bit. It's kind of early, but the soup will be frozen solid. So we'll melt that. I'm trying to use up stuff in my freezer. We're into September. Today is actually the 1st, isn't it? It's the 1st for me. It's the 8th for you. Happy week late September. So I have done my huge shopping at the end. It would be towards the end of September is when I would have gone 3 months shopping. So I'm trying to use up what I have and get through the food. We still have a lot of meats in the freezer. It's one of those things where I'm like, do I go, because I'm getting low on some things, like my yeast is getting low, my Miracle Whip is getting low, where I can stack up on some things. So I'm like, do I do it or do I wait to exactly 3 months? I might have to do it like 2.5 months, and that's fine. Even if I get more meat, that'll be okay. I don't mind doing that, and I don't worry about hurricane. My people last year were commenting, you're not very smart to get ice cream, you're not very smart to get your freezer full when there's a hurricane. But we do have a, our area has not, this specific area has not seen a massive hurricane. Last year's was the 100-year hurricane. It was the first time it came through because the houses that were there were right on the beach, and that's the first time it ever came through. Yes, I get they come through. We do have a generator, so our house runs on that. The freezers run on that, so I don't worry about things going bad that way. It would have to be out for a very, it'd have to be like a chasmacolytic, is that the word, chasmacolytic, huge thing where it like went out for a long time, and then I think everybody's going to be out of food. So, so I'm not really basing it on that. I don't worry about that at all. So we'll see. I've got my list upstairs and I started adding to it and doing it. I'm like, well, maybe I'll just start ordering. We'll see. So good to have it stocked up. I don't mind going all the way down, but I'm like running out of the basics. So I'm like, I might have to do some. So we will see. But for today, what are we doing today? Today we're going to do sausage, red beans, and rice. Everybody loves it, and it's a winner, and it's one of those good things to do because I'm not sure what we're doing. Like Greg's still resting, so when he gets up, it might be like the sun is coming out, so we have to do some work outside. So it might be, oh, so sorry, Maxine. It might be like, let's go to the beach. I don't know what we'll do. So as a wife, I like try to leave my options open and not, get too much into work unless I know I have to or something. So I'm thinking I'll get this made and then we can just grab it later and eat it. So it's very simple. We've been making this for a long time. This was in my first cookbook. We've been doing this for a long time. So I have in here, it's sausage and you cut it up, kielbasa, and onion and celery. I don't have any celery. And I think someone else did green peppers. I don't have green peppers, and I probably never did green peppers because my younger kids would have been like, ew, green peppers. So you can put those in there if you want. I'll be adding spices. And then basil and oregano, Italian seasoning, that kind of stuff. And then it's 2 cans of chili beans, 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and 1 can of tomato sauce. And I always think that's so much tomato versus the beans. So I did pull out 1 more extra bean. So we'll see if I use it or not. I'm always in my head going, I feel like that recipe's wrong, even though I think I end up making it that way and it's actually right. It just in my head goes, I don't know if that's right or not, but I'm sure it is. So I'm going to take my kielbasa, and we just one package. I feel like we used to do 2. Now we're doing 1, and then I feel like I'll get this and I'll go, is this enough for everybody? So if you want to make sure your food is enough, cut it in quarters. And that way it's spread out. If you don't have to worry about it, cut it up in rings. I'm gonna cut it in quarters, put it in here, we'll kind of saute it. I like it when it's cooked a little bit, so I'll saute it with some onions, and then we'll add all the rest of the stuff, and then that'll cook. I'll cook rice. Easy dinner, it's delicious. You can put it in the crock pot too. And then I was just reminded, I was looking through one of my emails here. One of my viewers, Martine, she is from across the pond. And so she had sent me a long time ago a beaded, like she took one of our photos from Lauren's wedding and did a beaded image of it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I was like, oh my goodness, that is the coolest thing ever. And I'm like, so sweet that she did this. So she sent me an email and she let me know how her partner's doing. He had to get a transplant, which is crazy that I still am like awed that they can do things like this. Isn't that crazy? They can take something out of somebody and use it in somebody else. Genius. So he needed a kidney transplant. He was not doing well for a long time. And so she said that they had got one. They picked up a helicopter across the pond, had it in ice, and put it in him a couple weeks ago. And he was able to come home and do good, but he was struggling with a few things. So she just asked for continued prayers, and I was like, absolutely. And so there, you know what, there's a lot of prayer requests in here, and I try to do the prayer thread on there a lot, like through the post, so people can post their things in there, so everybody can be praying, because some of you guys are prayer warriors out there, and I know it's a great thing to change things by seeking God. And so I said I would share that. I said because that's a tough thing. That's a tough thing to have to go through. So I know a lot of you, everybody's going through something, right? Everybody's going through something. So we're just praying for Martine and her partner, and just that God would just continue to keep doing some healing in his body. This we're just gonna put over here and let it saute. Let's do some rice. This didn't make enough last time. Don't know what I did last time. It's 2 cups. Let's do 2 I feel like I should do 3, that'll be too much. Let's do 2.5 cups. You just never know with everybody. Decision. Let's do 2.5, right? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so next thing I want to do is make homemade hummus. We made homemade hummus before. My older kids had it. We used to use frozen chickpeas, and then we'd put them freezing. We do dry chickpeas, cook them, put them in the freezer, and then they kind of, when they thawed and cooked, you could blend them up. They'd be a little bit smoother, but they still have the little chunks in there. Okay, so those older kids know that. We used to mix it with peanut butter instead of tahini because tahini was expensive. Okay, then we got over, the next set of kids had hummus from the store because it was more affordable. So they're used to that one, so they don't like the peanut butter taste at all. And I do have tahini because I got it at, I think I got it at a discount store, still really good. So the key to making your tahini without any, like making it very smooth, is to cook it, I say low and slow, and so and to soak them. So I have 2 jars here. I have this one right now. I'm just gonna do 1 because I know I'll make a lot. And then I'm gonna rinse this off, put it in my slow cooker, cover with water, put a little baking soda, and let it just cook on high for probably 4, 5, 6 hours, however long it takes me. And then what you're gonna do is you take that out and you can blend it and with the rest of the ingredients, which we'll do. So I think that will make nice and smooth, and you can kind of take the skins off. I think it says on here you can kind of rub it together, gently rub in a bowl to loosen skins, skim skins off the top. So that's gonna be the key to getting those skins off there. So let's put all this into a slow cooker. So adding that baking soda in there, it just helps loosen the skin. So let me put this over here plugged in. Okay, this is great right here. This is great if you can add celery to it. Oops, and black on the bottom. You don't want it to get black. Okay, so we're gonna add our ingredients. I'm gonna add in there tomato. Okay, this is good. So the only thing I did, so I had 3 cans of beans just to stretch it a little bit more. That's all, but 2 cans of diced tomatoes and a can of tomato sauce. This is perfect. This is delicious and very yummy. Green pepper would be really good to it, but I don't have any, and that's quite all right. So this is done. This will be done. My rice is done. When it gets to that point where you kind of see the water coming through the rice, just shut it off and let it steam. The longer you let it sit with the lid on, it gets much softer. Perfect. Okay, we're gathering up fragments. I went out to my freezer. I just had a thought of, we have frozen biscuits, huge bag of frozen biscuits. Nobody likes them, or they just don't eat them. Brooklyn likes them. Maddie will eat them too, but not enough where everybody eats them. So we gotta get, and maybe they would next week, or maybe next month, but right now they're not getting eaten. So I'm thinking, what could I do with them? So what I'm gonna do, like I made that chicken casserole. Did I show you that? I did. Or did I not? I don't even know if I showed it. I had cream of chicken soup, but I think I did last week. Brooklyn liked that. That's what she ate. But I'm thinking I'm gonna do, I was like, I could do think of like monkey bread in a bundt pan, but with Parmesan cheese, butter, that kind of stuff. I feel like that'll be a good way, but there's a lot in here. So then I thought, why don't I do chicken and dumplings? That was on my list, like grandma's old-fashioned way, where you drop the biscuits into the broth and it boils. So what I'm thinking here, this is what I'm thinking. I will take out enough for today, and the rest I'll keep out for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll make it, I'll film it, just throw it in a video, because Tuesday's my different video day. And so that way it uses up chicken, peas and carrots, and I have a can of sliced potatoes. We'll use those up as well. And I could do like a chicken soup with it in there, and then just eat and then we'll see if anybody likes it. They might not, but at least I'll try. But I'll do a very small pot of that. But I'm thinking to make enough, I just need to get some, I think it needs like what, 8 biscuits? Probably 8 biscuits, and then we'll let them thaw a little bit, and I'll cut them up in quarters, mix them with butter, and then put them in a bundt pan and just bake them. I think that'll get eaten. So I also grabbed some hot dogs out of the freezer. We have hot dog buns inside here. Tomorrow lunch, it'll be easy to have hot dogs. So I'm just thinking ahead till tomorrow too as life gets busy. So I'm gonna put these away. Let's see how many we have in here. Yeah, that's actually, I could probably do a few more. Let's do 11, 12. Okay, I'll do 14. That leaves me with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That leaves me with 10. So I will save these for tomorrow, and that'll be good. So I'll just leave these out. These are kind of thawed. Don't worry about them sitting out and getting smushy because we'll cut them in quarters, and then I'll melt butter, and we'll mix it all together and put it in a bundt pan. I've used my bundt pan forever. That's good. How's our bread dough going? Is it ready? Is it ready? It is ready. Okay. Perfect. Let's get our bread out here. Let me put my biscuits in the freezer. I'm laughing as I went in my refrigerator to grab some stuff out and realized that I had celery pieces in there. I had a few on top. I'm like, I totally missed that. It's okay. It's what happens when you don't organize your refrigerator. So it's all good. Celery makes it taste good, but don't worry about it. I also grabbed cheese out. I'm gonna use this cheese and provolone. We're gonna do some grilled cheese in just a minute. And I have some dairy-free diet and butter. But let's do our bread dough while it is ready. This is so simple. Perfect. Okay, that's done. Let me go get my bundt pan out. These are gonna take a little bit of time to thaw. All right, my goal is to get out of the kitchen so that I can be outside with Greg. So I just went out and got my, I have a bundt pan, but I also have an Angel Food cake pan. I feel like that bundt pan, sometimes it's like, it sticks. So I'm thinking smooth sides, easy to plop out. We'll see. So I don't know. We'll try it. I gotta wait for business to totally thaw here. So what I'm gonna do is get grilled cheese rolling, even though it's kind of early. It's getting closer to lunchtime. I'm gonna make what I have. I'm gonna do butter on it, using up the cheese so that we can use up this bread, and then we'll have grilled cheese with soup today if they want. What's in the refrigerator? There is, what is in there? Goulash is in there. I think that's it. I think we ate everything else. So either one, they can have whatever they want. Okay, I don't have any American cheese to put on our grilled cheese, which you usually like. So the one that's close to the bottom, put your shredded cheese so that it will heat up first, and you can flip it, at least it will stick. I was gonna put this down and then I went, but wait, when I lift it, it's gonna all fall off. So just gotta do what you gotta do. I'm leaving, I have these small ones. I should put butter on the other side, but I got enough for 6. I'm like, that's good enough. We'll have soup, easy. I'll pull out some, I got veggies in there. We'll pull some of that out. We got pickles, it's all delicious. Easy lunch, gathering those fragments. That's a beautiful thing. You can feed your family on a whole lot less than you think. So this is good. Use up those cheese. Kids are coming to do chores. We got some laundry rolling in. Feeling good for a Monday, okay? Jensen, I have his, this is the diet cheese. This is very good. He doesn't, the only lactose-free cheese, I think someone told me, Sam's Club has, I can't think of the name, but it's the harder cheese. It's not like American, it's not provolone, it's only like sharp cheddar, and he doesn't like that. His taste buds are teenager-like, and they like, you know, plastic cheese. So I put that on there for him. These melt so good. There is really not, what is it made with? Oat cream? It's like a really good mixture. Like, I think Daya pizza, the Daya shredded cheese, it really doesn't taste much different. So a good, my girlfriend, they use dairy-free, and she put me onto it, and I'm like, okay, that's a very good little flavor. So I gotta find out which bread pieces. I don't usually pay attention, and some, you know, some are a little bigger because they're from the middle of the bread. So which ones are they? So you don't mess up. Like that one looks kind of small. Let's come over to here. Perfect, look at that. Oh, I forgot this one. Let's put a little bit of cheese on it. It's literally half of a sandwich. Your kids, you want a bite of a grilled cheese? I don't even know how that's gonna work. Didn't I just say put the cheese the other way? I did. We'll leave it just like that and see how it works. Smush it down. Okay, I'm gonna pick up my mess. Okay, I was able to flip some laundry. Let me flip these. It's nice and crispy. So I've got the sandwiches cooking. I've got my butter melting for this biscuit bread. What I'm gonna do is I went to the refrigerator. We have a lot of these. One thing you buy and they never eat. So I'm gonna peel them, put them out. If you peel them, put them out, maybe they will come. So I've got that. I've got a jar of pickles. I've got cucumber and some celery. I'm gonna cut up on a tray here. Something grab and eat with your soup and your sandwich. Easy lunch. And then don't forget to save your orange peels because you're going to be making this with vinegar, which will smell good. Oranges will go good for the summer with the pink lemonade. Oranges will go good with the pumpkin-y fall autumn scents that we're going to have. I can't wait. I need to make some more spray, but I think I'll wait till this week to make some. So we're moving on to fall, people. It's time. So those were some a little bit more sticky. I'm like, I can see why nobody probably was like, oh, let me get one, because they don't peel nice. So it must be the wrong season for people. Okay, that's all good and done. I just shut it off. I just wanted to turn them so I didn't keep cooking. let me wipe this off. I've got like half a cucumber and I've got some celery here. Gather fragments, using up, that's what you do. If I had to make a guess, the pickle part will disappear quickly. I think the pickle tray is gonna go first. Pickle tray. Pickles, cucumbers, and that's gonna be leftover celery and oranges. We'll just see, let's just see. All right, my biscuits are soft. Let me see if my butters, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut these in quarters and then mix it like you would, remember monkey bread, where you mix it with biscuits, canned biscuits? I think it's gonna do the same thing, and then we'll put it in here and I'll bake it now or later. If we do it now, it's better when it's warm, but I don't want to be stuck in my kitchen all day. So you know what, we'll just bake it now. Yeah, that'll be okay. If we need to heat it up, we can. So let me do that. Hi, sweet love, coffee. Okay, I had to laugh because look at what got eaten up after lunch. The pickles didn't even get eaten, but the oranges all went. So I was completely wrong. Oranges and the cucumbers. So yeah, that got eaten. I got 1.5 grilled cheese left and a little container of soup. So not bad. So now I think we're gonna head and go outside. Or actually, I gotta put my bread on in a few minutes and then I'll head outside and we will work on power washing. Okay, we're doing all the chores. Everybody's kind of helping out and doing stuff. We brought down fall boxes and the spring and summer boxes, so we can do that this week. I think we're gonna take a break and go in the pool for a little bit because it's such a beautiful day, and then we'll work on power washing. I'm gonna cut up a star fruit first to munch on. Okay, we were just outside the pool and I came in and the bread is done. It had risen up a little too far in the oven, but I was like, you know, I could have taken it out and pushed it back down, but I did. I just cooked it, so that's why it's a little big, but it worked. So this cooked really nice and fluffy. This smells so good. I was on the pool and I just had the girls shut it off, so this is great. It smells so good. Garlic, Parmesan, this is gonna be so, I know it's gonna be delicious. So this is good. Now we're gonna go head outside and do some power washing. All right, we made it outside
I
finally.
am celebrating Labor Day by getting my very own
Power
pressure
washer. Power washer, pressure washer, yes.
It's a pressure washer. It's not a huge monster like the other one. But last time, Miss Amy hurt herself on my pressure washer.
Yeah, we've had one. We've had one with yours. You had
For
one
years, yeah.
Yeah, years, but it's so big to get out.
It's a big bulky thing. You gotta roll it around. It's amazing because it'll reach way up and it's like super powerful. But it will literally strip the paint off your car.
Yeah, it's
so I wanted something that I could wash my car with because, you know, a lot of brake dust and doing the highway and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, just scrubbing and hosing the wheels doesn't work very good.
No.
And it doesn't have, you know, I gotta apply the soap by hand. So
I gotta get the big giant one out and clean off the equipment. And I like the chairs and the poop from the lizards and like it's so much work to get. You know what I did last time? Greg's like, or I said I can do it. No, he didn't say it. I said I'll pull it. I pulled that thing. I probably pulled that thing 100 times before and never did anything. This time that thing snapped back.
Oh yeah, it was on a compression stroke.
Bruised my stomach and my thigh. I'm like, I am so done with this thing. I'm so done with this thing.
You're never going to use it again.
No, and I didn't. So now we have the electric. We're going electric.
Yeah,
I feel like
I know.
it's like electric lawnmower, electric weed whacker.
Forever.
You move to the city, you get electric things. I used to think those were like electric cars, right? But now I'm like, oh, I can see why you'd want an electric car.
I know. Yeah.
So all good things. So that's what we're doing.
Our first tryout was the electric lawnmower.
Oh yeah, and that was
when we
awesome.
first got here. I'm like, how cool would that be if we had an electric lawnmower, where it wasn't, you know, for our quarter-acre yard, it wasn't, something wasn't blowing in your face all the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't real disruptive to the neighbors.
Yeah.
So we got us an electric lawnmower and an electric weed whacker.
And that's awesome.
It's turned me around.
It has, because we used to change the carbs every year, clean out your carbs. That was the yearly maintenance on the other things.
You gotta winterize them if you're, you know. Yeah, you gotta make sure you got your stable fuel system stabilizer in there.
Forget all that.
We do all that for our generator and stuff.
Yeah, but Jens is over here yelling. He's like, I got the hose for you.
Oh.
So, hold on, Jens.
Can you throw it over?
So we got the electric one, so this is going to be good. So we have to do, first thing, well, I don't know if we're going to do it first. We're doing the garage first, or are you doing it over here first?
What would you like to do first?
The garage has got the vomit smell in it.
Okay.
The vomit smell, well, I don't care what you do. But the garage smells like vomit from the exploded watermelon. It literally, from dripping out of a trash can that was a spot of this big. I've already bleached it. I've already threw water on it. It's starting to rain. It's awesome. And and it still, it stinks where it permeates into my car. It stinks. Can you not smell it when you're in my car? I feel like you can.
A little bit.
I can. So we're going to clean really well, let it blow out, and then Maxine's like, what are you guys doing? And then do over here, because this is where the lizards like to live, as you can tell.
Yep.
And if you get up real close, there's like lizard poop. Lizard poop looks like mouse poop.
Yeah, it does. It's weird.
It's so gross.
And then if you look on our porch there too, we want to paint this.
Oh, yeah, we got stuff to do.
Like when they repainted the house.
Yeah.
Like you can see the gray marks
drops
in this concrete and everything. Like they drop stuff all over it.
Oh yeah, there's stuff to. We got stuff to do. But you know what? We're paying for food and water and kids right now. So.
Right. Yeah. It's
more important things. Who cares? We don't even care about that.
Welcome to Florida.
Welcome to
Florida. More expensive
exactly. But I do need to clean like the chairs. I put the white ones out here thinking we'll never have to clean them. They are so disgusting.
And I just bleached them and scrubbed them with a Scotch-Brite.
Yeah, and I did too after I moved them out here, and they're all gross. I'm like, there's not even anybody out here. It doesn't even get wet.
So in Florida, you really do need a pressure washer.
You do.
It's just the one that we have is kind of a monster.
A beast. And I'm like, every time I do it, I'm like, I just do not want to get out. And yes, the boys can get out, but it's still one more big thing to get out in the yard. So this is something we can easily do.
And we need it because we're going to be doing our sidewalks and our driveway with it, which I'm sure they'll see in a video soon.
Oh yeah, doing it. Look at it, it's raining and sunshine right now. There's probably a rainbow somewhere.
That just means it's good chance that it'll pass by.
It will. It's definitely going to. So we're going to go to the garage. And then we bought, so the hack is cleaner. You can buy expensive cleaner for your power washers, which we have.
Yep, and all it is it's bleach, basically, liquid chlorine.
You did it last year in the house, and it sprayed back on you and changes your clothes.
Yeah, and that was the environmentally friendly, whatever the. Do you remember the name of the brand? It's
I feel like it's 360, white and red.
Red, white, and blue.
I think it's like 360 something.
Yeah, I forget what it is. It worked amazing.
It does.
It bleaches up your house with a white house.
That's great.
Game changer. I mean, everybody in the neighborhood, if you notice, has got white gutters.
Yeah.
So ours get green and everything else on the south-facing side.
Yeah.
So it's always a thing every year, but my clothes get trashed. And I mean, they may in the chlorine, but not as much.
Well, I don't think and then so I saw some YouTube short one time and someone said use chlorine because pool chlorine water you can get it in the yard.
And I watched.
I'm like, what?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No, you're good.
I literally watched a ton of YouTubes on people pressure wash, like professional pressure washers, and they're like, don't waste your money on
Yeah.
this. You know, it's like $10 for this. You can go get a pool chlorine and
For
it's
like $6, $7
half the
for
price.
yeah. So this is gonna, and then it doesn't bleach your clothes and it doesn't change, which is really good. So I'm glad for that.
Me
so
too.
It'll be really good.
Yeah,
so we're gonna bleach away. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be super easy. I mean, it literally with no instructions.
He
the
was
thing
fast.
took me what?
6 7 minutes to put together. I told Greg, I said,
It's all snapped together.
I'm like, do you want the instructions? I said, you just want to go all natural, and you did.
What I usually do with these things is I usually like to include Amy.
What do you?
So I always say, here, babe, you know without you, I won't be able to figure this out. So I'll give her the thing to read.
And I'm like lost. I stare at this thing and I'm like,
no,
what are you talking about?
You're the smarty. So like usually by the time she's through the instructions,
Greg's
I
gotta
got
put
it together.
I'm always like, I'll put furniture together, and Greg, I'll be like, my goodness, what happened? Greg's like, honey, this is not what the picture's showing. You put this piece on backwards. I'm like, oh, so I do not like doing this.
But you're there for me when I have that.
I don't like that
critical question.
Yeah, I don't have that visual. Like, look, I'm like, I don't know where this stuff goes. So
Yeah,
he's
I'm
so
like,
good at
okay,
that.
baby, there's this one thing. Can't figure
Where's
it
it going?
out.
I'm like, I think I can find it.
And she'll find it for me.
We found it.
We make
so it's
a
gonna be
good
good.
team like that.
Yes, we do. So we are gonna power wash away here, and then I hope that we're gonna end our night with the beach walk here with everybody. So let's go in the garage. Let's go in the garage and get our.
Believing and hoping for it, baby.
Let's go clean our disgusting vomit smell off the thing because it's so gross.
And look at this little light.
Look at Greg's carrying it. Look at it's so light. That was the big giant one right now.
Oh, yeah,
We'd be like, what? What if there's a rainbow? Our neighbor's got a picture and there was a double rainbow yesterday. I'm like, that is so pretty. Okay, we're gonna move you up here. I just want to see how to do it. Yeah, it smells like chlorine. It does not smell like rotten stench anymore. This is awesome. Oh my goodness.
Is way awesome.
You literally put it inside here?
It knows when you turn the pressure on.
It's so awesome.
And it turns the machine on.
That's awesome. So right there, it's just got chlorine, and that's
So
it.
you don't even have to listen.
Oh my goodness, I love it. I can like it's awesome. He sprays and you hear it.
I literally just covered the entire garage
In 2
floor
seconds.
and this whole walkway. And look,
And not even
I've
anything.
literally used like none. So let's see how this adjusts. Okay.
I just broke it. I just dropped the hose. I'm telling you what, those sprayers on the hose, they're like, they do not last. And so it's like, we'll have them, that thing just popped off. I literally just dropped it and it popped off. And I'm like, ugh. So I'm going to see if I can buy like a 10-pack in bulk on Amazon.
No doubt.
Okay, awesome. He's going to go do over here.
I mean, super cool aesthetic.
Oh, try to get the stained black things up there whenever you get up under the door when you get up there.
Where at? Oh,
Yeah. Like later when you get there.
Right now. It's drip. I'll let it drip bleach all over my floor.
It shouldn't change them. Yeah.
I am loving like how far the soap will spread.
Can't wait to see all the other ones.
That's like completely amazing to me. Am I just a simple guy? Or what?
I'm just simple. That's amazing. Okay, I'm highly impressed already. I can't wait
Yeah.
to see the spray and see what happens.
I know. So what's nice is that the dang thing shuts off when you're not using it.
Yeah, so you're not like
Where the
deafened
other
right now.
thing's ripping through the neighborhood.
Exactly. See.
This is like perfect right here. We are just about at the bottom of the bottle.
Nice.
Did you see how far that went?
That went really good.
It went really far.
So what are you doing now? Change
We'll go back in the garage and start rinsing in there.
Okay. So you can use it so little.
Yeah, it's still, a 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch on the bottom.
That's great.
All right, looks like rain might be coming your way. Baby.
I know. You never know this rainy day. Look, it's so nice out. Look at that blue sky.
Rest in the garage here.
He's gonna go do the garage. It's hard to film there because I don't want to get sprayed. Look at that. All right, good luck, babe. Let's do a side note. Here's a palm tree. Palm trees are they are so, like they shed all the time. I say shed. Palm trees are beautiful, but look at these things. See that yellow thing up there? That is covered by, like there is a gazillion bees up there right now. I can't zoom in all the way. There is bees all day long in there, like pollinating. So those wooden things are like solid. They bloom up. And then inside of them, they open up and it comes out like a berry looking pod thing. And it's on the other side, I can show you one. There's one over there actually. there's a berry looking thing over here on this side. Like huge little berries. And then those turn into the yellow things. And then the bees go up there and they pollinate in there, but all those things keep falling off. I'm like, oh my goodness, they drop down here and they're so dirty. Look at all that, they get like everywhere. So they are crazy. So palm trees are, you've got to be particular. I think Greg likes the royal palms and they don't seem to be that messy, but these ones, they are just messy, but that's what they put in our neighborhood. So there's tons in there. Greg's power washing away over here. I was giving an update on the tree.
I'm just goofing right now. Oh my gosh.
That wasn't even soap.
Dude, that is so awesome.
That wasn't even soap, baby.
Yeah, and that was just the...
Number 1 or number 2?
Yeah, 15% one.
Wow.
So there's one more power.
2 more powers. There's a 25 and a 40.
Yeah, this one's 15.
There's
0, 15,
25,
oh.
40.
So I can blow a hole in that.
You sure can. Don't blow holes in your tires, babe. He's loving that. So good. Okay, so that's the palm tree. They're beautiful, but they that's something that you have to deal with, those pod things dropping all the time. So, and the branches, you got to constantly cut. Oh, Greg is all excited. I got to come get this. I was sharing about the palm trees.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I already did.
I'm not trying to interrupt.
I was sharing how they're awesome, but how, oh my goodness, how dirty they can be.
Oh, yeah.
Like how they're great, certain ones. But your royal palm does not go that way like that,
No.
right? Okay, I was telling him, I said, look at all the bees up there now. I said,
Oh, yeah.
they're beautiful, but that's how they like pot up and do
Sure.
things. So, all right, look at this. Let's go back to what we're doing. Look at the ground. Oh my goodness.
Right here, just 3 seconds worth of
All right,
glass.
do it up, spray it up, baby. Let's watch it. Wow.
It's a little dirty here, so I don't want to spray it up at your camera.
Yeah, yeah.
Why don't you come behind me?
Good idea.
That was with our mix sitting on there for
5 minutes.
5 minutes. We'll strip this rust off of here.
Yeah, we didn't put cleaner. That was just spraying off, so that's good.
straight spray.
Not bad.
Oh my gosh, look at how clean the
Look at, oh my
sidewalk
gosh.
is.
We gotta clean some stuff. This will be great. Well, great.
Okay.
Here all day long. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let me get in here, I guess, and
Do this.
yep, I'll blow from inside out.
All right, so good day today. So this is good. He's totally doing that in the garage, spraying. It smells, I just needed some, I put a little bit of bleach on the floor, but I needed to spray like the wall and that whole area where that trash can sat. It's weird, but literally trash can sat in one spot, had a little leak, a little hole in the bottom. We had drilled a hole in the bottom to get the water out. Oh, and it had dripped in there, and that's what stunk so bad. So now we have new trash cans because they have changed over their trash pickups. Now we have big giant ones. Is it awesome?
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Why are you sorry?
I just needed a little bit more of this.
I'm just filling time, baby.
Okay.
I'm filling time. Yeah, so now we have big giant trash cans, which they literally just gave out. I think they're 96-gallon trash. They're going from 2-day pickup to 1-day pickup. So I know that's created a lot of tiffs for everybody. And I was like, it's just like that. We've never had 2-day pickup ever anywhere. So then, but then a lot of people said it ferments and gets hot. And I'm like, I can see how it would do that because Florida is really hot. So it'll be interesting to see how everything does. We have ours in the garage for now. I said if it gets so smelling awful, we will put it outside. But for now, it's just easy to throw the trash in there versus walking outside. You know, walking a whole 10 feet outside and dumping it in the back. So all good things. So it's good. So he's cleaning that up there. Our dinner is done for today. So I've got sausage, red beans, and rice, which would be great. I can't wait to try that bread dish. That looks so good. It smells delicious. So my bread is a little fluffy, but that's okay. It's fluffy. It's got little air bubbles on it. I'm like, that's awesome. So good thing. Kids inside, they're playing, doing their thing, just kind of chilling, playing video games all together, and teenage fun. And then I think our night we're going to go to the beach and go walk and just look. Autumn's on a mission to find shells for her birthday. I mean, we have time. Last time we went, we didn't find anything, which you saw. So I'm like, you know what? I bet you if we all look and we go, we'll find some shells today. So we're going to be hopeful to find some shells for her. So it's a good day. Great day. Okay, we'll see how he does. Love it.
Okay, let's
You
see
up close?
let's
Let's
see what the devastating 0 does.
Let's do 0. Carol them over.
Let's see if it'll blow a hole in the...
The concrete.
Yeah. Oh, baby. That's getting rough. Oh yeah, it's blowing that.
That's good. We've never been able to get that off.
Yeah, it's blowing that spot right off. Not so sure if that's not a through hole.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
could a wasp dig into
Dig into
that?
concrete? We've literally had that black hole up there ever since we moved in here.
Yeah, but this, since putting the cleaner on there, this is the first time that it's actually blown
Yeah, it's
a big
never,
spot around.
Yeah, there was a big black spot around it, so. My favorite right now, excuse me, is your socks and Birkenstocks.
Completely ruined.
And your shirt's not stained. Look at you have no bleach stains on you.
Okay.
What?
Gonna need more cleaner though.
Because you gotta spray more.
Well, we just haven't done this.
No, we gotta do we gotta get up. Today's not the day, but we're gonna get up there. See how we gotta get in the house. We got a whole house to do here.
But I sure would feel a lot better about dragging this little lightweight
Then
thing
that,
up there than
yeah,
that
the big giant one for sure.
95 feet of hose.
That's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be a really nice.
So good. So we're just doing this today so we can decorate. Night and day
like,
difference.
No joke. It almost blows as hard as my
Your gas
huge
one.
gas
Yeah,
one.
I can see that.
I love how it turns itself on.
I know.
and off. That's so crazy.
Love that we don't have to stop and fill anything up.
I know.
Or get gas or anything else, and it's so quiet it literally just shuts off.
Yeah, that's
Look how clean that's getting the sidewalk. It's crazy.
I wonder if you could even hook one of those.
Floor things up to it.
The driveway sweeper.
Honey, you're gonna literally be out here doing every square inch of our cement.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Okay, I'm thinking about blowing that way. So
Okay, I'm moving.
back behind me or up there.
Get over here.
All right, baby. If anybody in Florida needs their sidewalks pressure washed, I'm in.
Greg's ready. That's awesome.
We're open for business.
There you go.
Anyone
In the area,
in
Southwest Florida.
needs a little
God, that's awesome. Like, look
something-
at.
So this is how I've seen them do it on the internet. They cut in the outsides of the sidewalk
Okay.
first. You know, because it kind of blows your dirt everywhere. and
Okay.
gets all nasty and everything.
And then you go back.
And then you go kind of sweep in between them all the way down, and your sidewalk's good. So
Gary-
that's what I'm going to try now.
I like it. I guarantee you, within a few weeks, you'll have the whole thing done. All
Oh,
our
it'll be bright
sidewalks.
white. It'll look like the pyramids in their heyday. You'll be like, oh my god.
The only reason he's gonna have to stop tonight because I'm like, babe, we're going to the beach tonight. Don't forget.
Raining though.
That's not raining. Look at there's a blue.
Show them that giant.
There's a blue.
cloud up there.
Right there's a blue sky right there.
It's actually.
Oh wait,
blue.
the ocean's this way.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
blue by the Gulfy.
It'll be nice that way, babe. Just right here is the clouded doom.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. On.
You're on.
And this is like no degreaser either.
No,
You know, this is no pavement cleaner.
No,
this
it's-
is no anything.
it's literally chlorine.
You know, they have stuff that will break up the grime and
Sure.
all that much easier, but this is just blowing right through this.
It's awesome. It's not killing our plants or our grass. It's
Yep.
nice.
And the one major difference that I notice is the fatigue in your hands.
Yeah, your hands will go
Oh,
numb.
your hands go numb because that thing's
Yeah, and you gotta switch hands all the time.
Yep, this thing is so nice and light and agile that it's
Nice.
awesome.
I love it.
Like you could do that whole sidewalk and not be tired from it.
I love it.
All right.
I had to laugh. Our no soliciting sign just melted off my door, but I think you're supposed to get a sign that says no trespassing, because I think solicitors, you can still come to somebody's door, but no trespassing
come on.
is don't come to your door, because you get people all day long.
Oh my
so
gosh.
This literally melted and melted down, so I just pulled it off. So awesome. You're doing great, babe.
Thank you, honey.
Doing
Continue
awesome.
to slave.
Continue, slave away.
Okay.
I mean, Greg's having a good time over there with that power washer. I told him, I said, you can just make it a point that, you know what, tonight you're going to go clean this piece of cement, this piece of cement, and get it all cleared off, and we'll have a whole clean driveway, won't we, babe?
I'm ready to do the whole neighborhood.
Could do that. Let's do ours first, babe. We got a whole house up on top. We got to do way up the very, very tippy top. That'll be another day. All right, he's going to do. I'm going to go inside and make sure dinner's done. Okay, dinner's here. I'm just going to turn on for a few minutes to heat it up. There's going to be red beans, rice. The garbanzo beans, I was supposed to do hummus today. I don't think I'm going to. I'm just, you know what? I will put them in a container and put them in the refrigerator. Like tomorrow, do it. Tomorrow or Wednesday. That's just, it's not my day, but let's try. Look at the plate of, remember all the stuff I put on the plate? It all got eaten up. I actually added a star fruit too, but I wanted to try this. I'm sure this is delicious. Oh, look at that. It's like a biscuit. Let's try some. That's a delicious biscuit. Reminds me of my mom would make drop biscuits. And she used all the spices. It's really good. Okay, that'll probably get eaten up. We're doing sausage, red beans, and rice. This, call it a day today. So it's been a good long Monday. For Labor Day, we definitely labored. We didn't take days off, but we are due to the beach tonight, and that'll be nice to go and walk and just enjoy sunset. It'd be amazing. So, all right, you have a fantastic rest of your day. Come back tomorrow. We'll do some more stuff. So, all right, I'll see you. Bye.